Hey everybody, Kim here from Lead Generation Source, and in this video I'm going to go over Octosuite once again for 2018 since there have been some changes. So the first change is, the main change is how you get connected. So before I start going into all of the details of what the benefits are and how wonderful this is, I want to talk about that for a minute. You need to have a Hootsuite account, and that's a separate system altogether. It's Hootsuite, H-O-O-T-S-U-I-T-E, Hootsuite. And they have multiple plans. So if you go to plans, you can see there is a free one. So let's see, what does it say? Plans, professional, team, business enterprise. Well, they have a free one, so you just need to scroll down, and they have a 30-day trial, but they have other ones, like a full free one. So if you just scroll down here to plans, it says free. You can click on the free version. Unless you have Hootsuite, of course, you can just connect it and you're ready to go. So you need to sign up for this in order to get connected. That's one of the main changes, and it's probably not in the sales page for the record, because that's a very recent change. So here, what you want to do then is once you have your Hootsuite account, make sure you've logged in. Don't log out. And you can come into account settings and you can connect the Facebook account. And you need to do this just like the last time, every hour or so, and that's a Facebook requirement, not because of Octosuite. So log into Hootsuite, make sure you're logged in, and then you click here. And then once you get this blank page, you still have this URL up here. You want to copy that URL, and then you're going to paste it right here. And then you're going to connect the account. And then just wait a second, and it'll go through and it'll show you all your groups, and your pages will connect, etc. So it's as simple as that. And like I said, about every hour or so, Facebook will disconnect the connection. So you have to reconnect it. You just exact same steps. Just make sure you're logged into Hootsuite, reconnect. So it's as simple as that. So that's one of the main changes. And a lot of people have been like kind of confused about that I've talked to. So I wanted to make sure that you understand you do not have to pay for Hootsuite. You can use a free version of it. So there are a lot of different features in here, and everybody I talk to likes something different about it. Like there's some people who just absolutely love, let's see right here, discover content, that you can get Twitter trends and YouTube trends, and you can look at royalty-free images. But where I find the value personally is in the Facebook Discover. So first of all, or second of all, third of all, whatever I'm at, Facebook Page Finder no longer works. That's something that Facebook did. You just can't search for pages here. That's fine. It's not really that big of a deal. You can find pages just fine through Facebook. So Facebook Discover is where the power is for discovering trends as far as the software goes, because it's all in one place, and that's great, and it makes it easy to share. That's another benefit. But if you're just looking for YouTube trends, then you can go to YouTube and look at the trends, right? You can go to Twitter and look at the trends. So it's not like that's secret information. So, but having them here is nice because you can help intersperse that content in with your Facebook page or into your groups to help, keep it alive. So the biggest thing that I like, though, like I said, is this Facebook Discover. Now, there's a whole nother category about groups, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. So let's first talk about Facebook Discover. So this one it's just phenomenal. This is my favorite part of Octosuite, and had been down for quite a while this year as Facebook's been making so many changes. But effective, what is today? September 19th, 2018 at 6:37 p.m. It does work, and so we are going to check it out. So first of all, you need to go ahead and look for your topic. So if you are looking for a niche, and you need to, if you haven't done keyword research, now's a good time to do that as well, right? You want to do some keyword research and find the keywords that are relevant to find the most amount of pages. And then I recommend keeping an Excel sheet so you can revisit those as much as you can, or as you need to, right? So let's go ahead and look at this one and say, let's go with kitchen. All right, that's a popular one. Kitchen's got a big one. So if you type in kitchen, you may not get what you want, because as you can see, there's like, entire kitchens. Like here's a toy kitchen. Here's a chair, here's a refrigerator. So this is what I mean by keyword research. If you sell appliances in there, you may want to focus it down. You may actually want to, instead of doing kitchen, you may want to do baking, right? Whatever the appliance is for. If you're doing kitchen accessories that are related to, health and wellness, maybe you look for something related to health and wellness. But let's go ahead and just look at kitchen for a second. And so right here, for me, Marketplace pops up first. It may or may not be the same for you. You may have something else pop up, like pages may come up. But I just don't even scroll down. I just come over here and click pages, because what we're looking at is pages. Right now, of course, the larger the community, the more likely you are to find viral content. It's just the way it is. If they have a large community, they probably put out good content. So then you can look and see. So you can open these. 1.7 million is not horrible. So we'll open that. We'll open Casserole Kitchen, Kitchen Design Ideas, Hell's Kitchen, which is a show. Then that's only 7.4 thousand. That's local. So I'm going to skip that. 2.2 thousand, 1.3 million. That's a good one. 6.8 million. That's a good one. 5.2 million. So there's a lot of different kitchen ideas in here. So it just depends on what exactly you're doing. So for example, I have a baker's site. I don't want to do kitchen. I want to do baking, right? I mean, they have this one popped up, but it's only 2.2 thousand anyway. Now I will tell you, I've also done some niche research on this, which I talk about in a completely different training. And if you end up purchasing Octosuite through our link, we'll definitely get you that training that shows you how to do niche research with Octosuite, especially on Facebook. So, because I like to compare Facebook and Instagram mostly to see which one of those I should be on, which ideally you're on both, but if you don't have time. So first of all, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to grab this. Now you can grab this whole string, but just stop at the end of the name. So this is the name of the page. So this is Grandmother's Kitchen, right? Some people don't name this right, and it may be something completely different than what's here, but that's what you need. That goes to this page. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to come back over to Octosuite. Of course, if I like the page, I should put it in my Excel sheet, right? Or a notepad of some sort. I can paste that in here, and I can look at photos, video, or links. And you can look at most liked, or you can go with most recent or most viral. Now, most recent comes in handy once you found a page that puts out viral content regularly. I would follow them. I'd be getting on every couple days and checking their content and seeing if there's something that looks good that you should share. Because if it doesn't go viral, that's okay. So we're going to go with most viral though. And while photos are good, videos tend to be better and they tend to be more viral. So I'm going to just look at the video, click discover, wait an appropriate amount of time. So if your internet is slower, you will have to wait longer. And then you can come through and see that this one, even though this was 590 days ago, so this is kind of old, but if I have a new page, old content might not be a bad idea, right? This was pretty viral back then. So I can click on it, I can view it, right? So I can click view and I can see what it is before I do anything. So I can see that he is pouring dish soap into a toilet, and I have no idea why this would be viral. Why there's so many, why? I have no idea why. Why that is. 66,436 likes. Okay. So you can, Grandma's Best Cucumber Salad, again, 582 days ago. Now, I'm going to tell you, to be 100% honest, that's most likely going to be the case, right? Two reasons. One is that Facebook made some changes, multiple changes in 2017, 2018 so far that have, minimized the organic reach, which means that the more viral content is probably from large pages that are paying for advertising. And while that's great for us, it's not great for finding content. So now that I'm seeing 590 days ago, I'm going to look down. I don't see anything recent, right? I mean, there's nothing recent. So what I would probably do is also check and see. This is great for, seeding your site or for just like putting some new stuff in. But this looks like it might not be an active page, which I could also look at by going to it, right? So I'm here and I can scroll down and look and say, well, 14 minutes ago, there was something here. But you can also look at it from here where you go, okay, well, let's do most recent and see if maybe they're just not doing videos anymore. So yeah, their video 176 days ago says most recent. So maybe they're just doing photos now. Boom, boom, boom. And that's from today, 106 likes. So so in this case, they've decided to go to photos. Photos seem to not be working well for them. 106, 630. These aren't very old, but that's not very many likes compared to their gajillion on the other one. Yeah, see, photos don't usually have as much reach. Here's one that's not bad. 4,360 likes, 26 days ago. Who remembers grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup as a kid? We never had tomato soup. We had grilled cheese sandwiches, but not tomato soup. So anyway, that's one way you can find content. And typically what we like to do is look for something that's fairly recent. So I like to see stuff that's higher virality and more recent, but it can't be brand new because brand new ones aren't very viral. It's just the way it is. So I find pages like this one may or may not work for you. Just like I said, it depends. You can see this one's still active. So let's see if they have, see, they still have a number up here. That's kind of weird. I should change that. Not my page. I don't have to worry about it. So I'm going to go ahead and go to video and say discover. I am not. Let's go to photos then and say discover. So if they don't even do video. That's interesting. Uh-oh. There we go. That's weird. Sometimes it should show up, like if this is a picture, a photo, or a video, it should show up there. But for some reason, it's showing up under links. So I have it under most recent, but really I want most viral. That's really weird. That's not showing up under video or photos. They must not have it. They must load it weird. Yeah, huh. They must load theirs weird. Anyway, so it does show up under links though, so you can see that 37 days ago they had one that has 1,179 likes. And that's pretty good. That's their top one. That's their most viral that showed up under links. Don't know why photos and video aren't pulling. Some pages may have settings that are different and aren't as compatible with, you know, external API connections. But if you run into issues, if you get to the point where you do that and it says nothing shows up for any of them, and you're like, oh, wait a second, has it been about an hour? That's what I would do. I would say, has it been about an hour? Because then you need to reconnect your page. And if reconnecting doesn't work, then you need to send in a ticket to see after you've checked a couple pages, because it could be their page, something's down. Check Facebook individually as well, because sometimes Facebook just goes wonky. One time I logged in and all I had was a blank page, and on the side it had a list of some of my friends. That's it. So it's kind of weird. But so not everything's perfect. Technology is technology. But this is a really great resource. So you can share the content. So let's say that I wanted to come in here. Let's actually do one for my cake decorating, right? So let's come in here. Let's close these guys. Let's do cake decorating. I'm in pages. Let's see. There's a one I really like. That's funny that only 1 million still likes this. They've always been right around 1 million. You think, oh, that's Craftsy anyway. Oh no, I Heart Cake Decorating. That's them. That's one. Yeah, so Craftsy owns I Heart Cake Decorating. Craftsy much bigger. A lot of these don't exist anymore. I know because I've done the niche research for this. So I'm looking for, I think her name is Yolanda. Yeah, I'm going to go for her page just because I like her stuff, right? So I'm going to come here and get the whole thing, not just part of it. If you get part of it, it won't work. Ah, there we go. I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to do hers. I'm going to do video because I know her videos do better than photos. Some of her photos do really well as well. I'm going to go with most viral. And 14 days ago, 15,040 likes. Let's take a look at that. You guys love cake decorating if you watch her stuff. She's so good. I don't think you guys can hear this, but we're going to mute it anyway. So you can sit here and watch this. So that way you know what to comment on if you choose. Now, if you don't have time to look at it, that's fine. You can just share it to stuff. But at least it gives you the option. So let's actually see what she's going to make because that's more important to the end user. What's the surprise, right? Okay, nice lovely pink. It's not as fun as some of those. That's weird. I wonder why that is so popular. Giant Hostess Raspberry Zinger. Okay. So I'm going to show, now I could, if I only had one page, could just share it from here, and that would be kind of pointless because I would need Octosuite. So Octosuite is beneficial when you have a lot of pages. You need to manage them. But finding this content is almost impossible. Impossible without it. I mean, we tried, we do the best we can otherwise, but the manual way just takes forever. So we just, this feature is by far well worth the cost of Octosuite in and of itself. So I'm going to go ahead and say share, and I'm going to say fan page, and I'm going to select my baker's page. And then this, I don't have to keep this, right? Because this is editable. This is what I'm saying. So it'll stay there anyway because it's from the original content. And she's got a bunch of tags in here. I don't need tags, though I do anticipate eventually Facebook will hop on the tag wagon. So I'm going to say who loves, what do we say it was? Zingers, right? That's what we said it was. What did she say? That's it right there. Raspberry Twinkie. Giant Hostess Cupcake and Raspberry Twinkie. So it's a Twinkie or a Zinger? I don't know. There's the video right there. It said Giant Hostess Raspberry Zinger. I'm going to say who loves Raspberry Zingers. Raspberry Zingers. I think I spelled that right. I use, just so you guys know, I use Grammarly. Grammarly is it's a free resource, and I highly recommend you stick it into your site to help you with your spell check and your grammar check. So I'm going to go to Emoji, and then I go to Emojipedia. I think I can paste these in here. Let's just double check though. We're going to go with Twinkie. I think there's a Twinkie in here, right? No, we're going to go with dessert. See if I can find something. No, it doesn't look like they have anything good. So let's see if they have raspberries. Raspberry? Did I spell that right? Oh, I know they have strawberries. See, they have strawberry. Why do they not have a raspberry? Bummer. Well, always default to, see, nope. You always default to the smileys. Smileys are always good, right? So you can just go smileys and people, and then find one. I like the drooling. So actually you can even type in drooling, right? Oops, drooling, not drooling. That would be a completely different type of smiley. And probably not smiling. Okay, so I'm going to say drooling, and I'm going to put that in here and say, looks so yummy, who loves raspberry zingers? And then ideally people comment, right? That would be the idea. So you can schedule this. You can actually have more than one fan page, by the way. So like you can have it post different ones. I'm just going to have it posted that one for now, since that's the only one I have that's a baking site. And all I do is share content to that site now. I don't even like promote stuff right now. I'm just building it. It's over 10,000 people. I'm just kind of maintaining it for now until we decide what to do and see what happens with Facebook. But I may build that up again more and then turn it into, you know, monetization of some sort. But for now, I just like to do it for fun. So schedule date, I can schedule time, or I can just post it. I haven't posted anything recently, so I'm just going to go ahead and post it. So I'm going to say post. And by the way, when you schedule this, it just goes back into your Facebook. So it's not like it's something special. It is using Hootsuite, by the way, to post it, but it doesn't matter for some reason because you're doing it, managing it this way. Hootsuite doesn't seem to care about how many accounts you have. Like normally in Hootsuite, you have to connect like all of your pages individually and everything. At least that's what it used to be. I haven't done it recently, but this lets you use like 30 pages on a free account, or 100 pages on a free account, how many ever you have. So I'm gonna go ahead and say post. And now I've got some sort of viral content that's going on there. Now I will tell you there is other viral content depending on your niche. And if you've ever seen any of my other videos, I talk about how religion and sports tend to be the top ones, the top pages with the most virality in it. So, and it doesn't matter what religion, you know, I think the top two religions are Christianity and Muslim. I don't know if Muslim has a different term, but those were the two top. In the top 20 sites that I saw, those are the two religions that repeated. And then there was a couple different sports teams that repeated that were international sports teams. So anyway, so this is how you would do that. You can post it, schedule it. So we're going to go ahead and post it. Say okay. Now, of course, I would recommend you schedule stuff related to, oops, did I just post that twice? Let's double check. I don't want to post it twice because that's just like spamming my people. Well, I did post it twice, so let's delete this one. Delete. And there we go. Now it's just once. Yay! So and here's something else about sharing viral content. So a lot of people argue, oh, we need to do original content. And while yes, I recommend that, this has 87,928 views. A bunch of people who have liked it and probably commented. I didn't check that, but because of that, basically this video connected to this page, it has, for lack of a better term, pixel data. I mean, that's probably the right term, but it has data attached to it. So Facebook already knows who to show it to, right? And so you have a better chance of getting some sort of organic reach. Now, my testing has shown that you need to have some sort of audience. So if you haven't invited your friends and family, invite your friends and family. See if you can build up, that first 100. But if you can't do it for free, then spend a couple bucks and spend a couple bucks and then just get some likes. Run worldwide and do likes. Get some likes to your page. So that way you have some data so that Facebook can start to say, oh yeah, these are the kinds of people that like this page. Let's show them content. I have very, very little original content on my page, and I have, it says 10,000 likes. Let's see if there's an exact number, because it's actually more than 10,000. It's 10,068 people who like this, right? And 10,238 people who follow it. And basically I got to 10,000 and almost stopped doing anything. So just keep that in mind, that when you're doing this, if you want to build, the last several thousand was all built off of sharing content. In fact, it was probably the last like 4,000 or 5,000. So almost half of it was built off of sharing content. It wasn't even necessarily viral content, but for the record. But then you go back in and we have an entire series on this, but you use the some sort of invite program, which we have one that we recommend. It's embedded with the comments, because that's another thing to make it go viral, which we also include as part of the bonus, is that you get training on how to help those posts, even the shared ones, on your page go viral. So if you're interested in that, make sure you purchase through our link, and you'll get instructions once you purchase. And if you don't get the instructions, just message us or message me, and then don't forget to come join Lead Generation Source, and we'll talk more about how to use this for strategy as well. And of course, we always post the replays. We have a weekly webinar. But anyway, so let's go on to groups. So let's say that you've decided to go into groups, and you're like, oh, hey, you know what? One of the main things with Octosuite is that people, when they first promoted this, and this is part of the reason why I didn't use it for a long time, was the training focused and the discussion around it focused all around basically joining groups related to your niche and then spamming the groups with whatever. I still have this happen in my group where people join, and the first thing that they do is they spam out their stuff. I'm like, look, I started this group for my people and to give them stuff that benefits them. You coming in and trying to promote your spammy product is not helpful. And so I have to moderate everything, because that happened because of this exact program that came out and lets them literally spam into every group that they join. And, it would be different if we were to partner or something, but if you're one of those and you're like, oh, hey, I joined 150 groups and now I want to spam people, you can use this for that, but I would recommend you slow down, because that's what gets people banned from Facebook. Facebook will shut down your entire account if they think you're spamming. So of course you have to be reported for it. But here's the thing, is that every time somebody spams into my group, I'm like 3 seconds away from reporting them for spam. And if they get enough reports like that, they get their entire account shut down, their personal account shut down. So it's really not worth that risk if you've built up any type of business or any type of personal side for your Facebook account, because they are tied together. And if you're using a secondary account, you're violating Facebook's terms of service, so beware of that as well. But if you want to post to groups, you can come in here and post. And if you say post, so you can go straight to your fan pages if you want to do it all at once, or groups. So one thing that we found out recently is that if you want to post to a group, even though it says drag and drop an image here, you can't post an image or a video to a group from Octosuite. I'm not convinced you can do it anyway to a regular group without some sort of permission. I know you can't schedule no matter what, but I haven't really tried to post in other groups other than text format. And so if you want to do text format, that's fine. I don't recommend, from a marketing standpoint, posting as text only, because that doesn't necessarily work unless your audience already knows you. So that's just a strategy I would avoid, but there is a workaround. So let's say you're like, oh, hey, I want to post an image because you want to capture their attention and stop the click and get them to click on your link. You need to do a workaround. So the first thing that you do is you post to your fan page, and then, so let's say that I wanted to post, I'll post to a page that I don't use yet, or haven't used recently. We'll do this one. Oh, and actually, yeah. So now I can add a picture. We'll just add in this one. So I can add this picture in. I'm going to say something. Say something. I'll just say something. I'm going to delete this anyway. Okay, so then you can put in a link here, if you wanted to. You can schedule it because it's your own fan page. All right, now I'm going to stop you guys here just so you understand. Fan pages have to be yours. I get a lot of people that ask me, especially if they're new to Facebook, they ask me, oh, can I go post on the Nike fan page? No, you cannot post on a fan page unless you're an admin from Octosuite. On fan pages where you can post, that's because they have a setting that allows you to post. If you've created your own fan page and you get people posting on there and it's annoying, go into your settings and change it, because you can make it so that other people cannot post on your fan page. So fan page, so post here, right? And then you can schedule it if you want to, but we're going to post it so that we can see it. And then I actually need to get this. I don't need the post ID. Oh, that's funny. It didn't seem to see the picture. So that may not work with the link. Let's delete that and see if it works without the link. Okay, I'm going to say okay. Let's take this out and see if it'll post the image at all to the link. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so you can't have the link and the image separate. It's going to pull the image from the link. So here's this one. That's what I did. And that's actually a nice big picture there too. Of course, if you do this way, 1200 by 1200 is the best image size because it'll fill up the feed, just as a side note. Then now I can get my own ID here. And I'm going to, I hope I copy that right. I'm going to go back to Discover Content. Oh, like this is going to be super hard since there's like 2 posts on there. I'm going to say Most Recent, and I'm going to say Discover. And then here it is, and now I can share it into groups, right? And I can select as many groups as I want from here. But I recommend about 10 at a time, also because there's a couple things that happen. In fact, I'll show you. I hear a random beeping somewhere, but anyway, so I'm going to say this is a test post, just that way if people see it, I'm going to post it into some real groups real quick that are mine. If you can post in other people's groups, I did test that, but I don't want to do that right now because that would kind of make people mad. So this is one and this is one. So I've got 2 here, and let's say that I want to do posting delay between posts 3 minutes, right? So you can do no delay, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. It literally delays for that. So let me show you this. And I'll show you one, and then I'm probably going to stop it before it posts the other because I just want to show you the delay. So when I say post, it's actually going to go to the group, which this is not what my group normally looks like, but for some reason it just pulls it up that way. So it says posting to K&K FB group, which is the one I did, adding delay of 180 seconds, right? So now it's literally going to sit on this page and then for 180 seconds, so 3 minutes, until it goes to the next group. Okay, so you need to keep this open. You can have it in the background running or whatever, but it's going to sit there and do what it needs to do, and it needs to stay open because if you close it, it stops. So anyway, that's just a side note. I'm going to back it up now, go back into Octosuite. So it's not going to post anymore. It shouldn't. And okay, that's the group one. So that was the big thing about groups, is how do you post into groups. So that's groups. And the last one that I have that I highly recommend is the syndication accounts. Now I have a couple syndication accounts. Like I have my LinkedIn, I have a Twitter attached, I have another Twitter here. So you can do, I believe it's, 5. So the syndication upgrade, it's an upgrade, lets you add 5 accounts to this. Now the reason why I like this is because the upgrade's not very much, but check out this. So let's go back into Hootsuite. Let's go back into their plans. 1 user, and they've actually increased this. It used to be less than 10, but it's $29 a month. So let's see if I can actually compare plans and see if there's a smaller one. Do they have a compare plan? Compare all pricing and plans. So yeah, so that's $29 a month is the lowest amount. So their free one lets you do 3, I think. Could be 5. Let's go look at the free one real quick. Free plan, 3 social profiles. So you get 3 for free, but let's say you wanted to do 5. You'd be paying $29 a month. A month, right? That's just for that. So think about this. This includes Facebook. So with you can, of course, you have to have their free account or at least an account to be able to connect. But with this, I have a lot of pages. So I have a lot of pages, and I have, of course, I have way more Twitter accounts and everything else. I could do like a ton. But 5 is saving me $29 a month. Now, if I have 6, now of course, and then plus all the Facebook ones. So that's a lot. This is saving a lot of money. This one-time payment for Octosuite saves a lot of money, and I can schedule content to be shared to those as well. And so when you come in here, let's say that you go back into Facebook Discover. It's going to be mine. So let's go with, I think Nike is an official one. Let's do video. Maybe it's not. It might not be Nike. It probably is, and I'm probably past my hour or something. Oh, it's only been 30 minutes. So it is Nike. I wonder why it's not working now. Guess they don't have any, because for some reason the videos aren't pulling up. So this one was 1,907 days ago. But let's see that I wanted to share this to my syndication accounts. I can go to syndications and I can pick something, right? So that's where I go, okay, you can do a lot from Octosuite for no dollars per month because it's a one-time upfront fee, which I can't remember exactly off the top of my head, but you know, click the link, check it out. And of course, remember that the sales page is not, the sales page is a little bit spammier than I would like and hypey. But you can, we've had multiple pages built with sharing this content. We've had sales from it. I'm going to tell you now, there are sales from it. But you have to have a strategy. You can't just get Octosuite and think you're going to make a ton of money, right? I mean, posting into the groups is great, but if you're in a group that allows spammy links, spammy posts, then you're probably not going to get much visibility anyway. So really, you just need to have a strategy. So building a page and having a strategy is for the monetization side is important. And of course, if you're doing e-commerce stuff, or if you're doing you know, some sort of marketing, you're looking for online marketing tricks, please come on over to Lead Generation Source. We help you. We're focused a lot on e-commerce right now, but that's just because we're getting people up and running for the holidays. Then we'll be focused on just marketing concepts in general. So come on over. The links, there should be links all around this. Down below if you're on YouTube. If you're on our page, it's probably below or above. So thanks for watching. I know this has been long, but hopefully it gives you kind of an idea of how you can use Octosuite, and you got some other tips in there. And if you have, you know, come join our group and ask questions and get involved and come to our weekly webinars. So thanks again, and please purchase through our link. You'll get the bonuses mentioned. Thanks.